YouTube. So what's up, YouTube? How we all going? All right. Cool. All right. Let me just see if everybody's in. Yep, they're all in. Perfect. Beautiful. And I'll go ahead and check Insta. Insta is live. That's how we want it. That's how we like it. Create and live video. I'm already live. Beautiful. Hi Insta, how you doing? There it is. Okay, let's see what else is there. And TikTok. It's TikTok live. TikTok live is good. Okay, cool bananas, just how we like it, eh? Just how we like it. Alright, and YouTube, create, go live, and beautiful, live it is. Excellent. Thank you for coming to my live first. Thank you, YouTube. You can see me clear. Hi, TikTok, and also Instagram. How we all doing? I hope we all good, because I sure am feeling good. And where is it, the lives? And going again. Nice. Bang, there is. Beautiful. Thank you all for coming to this live. First of all, this is just a quick live that I thought I'll come up and talk about something different. Not much to do with basketball, but something different. So I know 100%. I know for sure. There will be questions coming up, especially because this is a live about basketball and about what I do for work, but which is basketball refereeing, by the way. But most importantly, I wish to just come in and take my mind off work, take my mind off basketball, take your mind off basketball, and talk about something a little bit different. Just talk about pretty much. The idea is to have a conversation, just a conversation starter, and is to talk about what's the best, biggest, more convenient present you ever received on Christmas, and not just receive but also gave, I should say. So what's the best, convenient, suitable present you ever given to somebody? So that's the theme of today's live, and I'll share some with you, and I would like you to share some also with me, and see how we go. But before we start this, I just wanted to say today I'm wearing the Burn City Classic top. So Burn City Classic is a yearly tournament that happens every year on the second week of January. It has been happening for the last 2 years. So this year, coming January 2026 will be our third time. So volume 3 is on the made very soon. As you can tell, we're about 3.5 weeks away or so. I will be on this tournament as a referee and also as a referee coordinator, doing the rosters of the referees, looking pretty much after the referees, and reporting to Danny, and then Danny reporting to JM Jonathan Maybank, which is the organizer of this tournament. So we are obviously already working on organizing referees and organizing rosters and organizing the future because we just don't know how many people will be available at this time of the year. So usually, end of sort of mid to end of December, all the way up to mid to January is usually when people have got their time off at work, and that they've time off of basketball and work, and so just to try to spend as much time possible with family and friends. But for those they are hardcores, and for those that are their family and their friends is basketball, I'm pretty sure they will be still be coming to the to the tournament and either watch or play or volunteer, anything, something to do with basketball. I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that. So yeah, looking forward to it. Looking forward to the 16th, 17th, and 18th of January 2026. The tournament will be held at Selwood Park. Selwood Park is in Pascovel. So it's a massive park, you can't miss it. We usually use one one court. It's not a full sized court, it's just a medium sized court, but the floors are really nice. The floors are actually a wooden floor with airbags underneath, which is pretty much the same thing you get on an indoor sort of basketball court. So obviously the place is a basketball court. I think it's 3 or 4 basketball courts there. They are concrete, and so all that they do, Bird City Classic organizers do at that time of the year, they organize floorboards to be put on, and on these floorboards they also have airbags underneath, which is really nice to play on. The rings are the same size as the normal 10 feet rings, and so yeah, if you're not doing much, remember, I think the first game is on Friday the 16th about 4 p.m. I'll be there probably about 2:30, 3 p.m. to help with organizing things and helping out just with little things here and there, score sheets and things like that. If we're gonna need score sheets, I'm not sure. Last year we had a massive scoreboard. We shared the score, the fouls, and the timeouts. So it's a short tournament. It's like a 10 minutes halves, and the way they do it, so obviously the defending champion from last year, if they come back to play, they will automatically qualify for the quarters because they are defending champions. And then so there is 2 groups. The first group, they play each other. There is 2 brackets. There was a bracket of the winners, and then there goes a bracket for the losers. And then when you play for the losers, it pretty much becomes your second game, becomes your elimination game. So if you play the second game and you lose again, you pretty much out, because you go to another bracket of the second losers. So pretty much it's the last bracket. We don't need to play those games because we just want to know who's going to be the winner. But if you go to the winners bracket and then you win, you go straight to the quarterfinals. But if you lose, you're going to end up playing the winner of the losers bracket. So I hope I'm not making it too complicated, but you know what I mean. You sort of go the winners and loser, then you win again, you go to the next bracket, and so on and so on. It's very competitive at this time of the year. There is nothing happening, so there is no big V, it's an adults basketball tournament, by the way. I don't know if I mentioned it before, but it is an adults basketball tournament, so therefore there is no children. We might have, I think last year we had a one or exhibition game with the youth league, and that was, I think, the Longhorns, and they play a group of guys, this group of, I think, were Camberwell players from youth league last year. And then we had a women's exhibition game as well, so that was the girls from up the the Eagles from Diamond Valley. So they play an exhibition game between the men's game. So most of the players, they play in very high leagues. Most of the players, they played, NBL one, some of them NBL, I should say, or played or still play. In some of them actually NBA. So I've seen former NBA players playing on their competition. And Luke Shane, I don't know if you guys remember him, but he played a couple of years ago. So hopefully he's gonna come back this year as well. So if you are enjoying this live, don't hesitate. Give me a massive thumbs up. Give me a love hearts, TikToks, flowers, all these good things. I always appreciate and enjoy that. In a minute, I'm gonna go to my social and see if there is any questions. If anyone is talking to me, so I don't want to just come in and bombard you with information and not paying attention to you and what you are saying. So in a few minutes, I'll go through my socials and see what TikTok is saying, Instagram, YouTube, and stuff like that. So yeah, I always say if you have any question, I'm happy for you to interrupt me at any time, as I am more than happy to answer questions and being interrupted, because I make these videos for you, or this podcast, and I rather you pay attention to you that is actually putting the hand up and asking questions than just talking out of my sort of backside. So I appreciate it. Thank you very much. All right. Well needed water. So it's always good to have somebody they got your back and they sort of helping you. So that was my partner, just came in and dropped water for me. And now let me see what TikTok is saying first. TikTok, hi guys, I've got a few people on TikTok. That's fantastic. Got about 43 people on TikTok. And guys, please, if you are enjoying this, anything you are enjoying from this live, make sure to hit me up with love hearts. Don't hesitate. I love the love hearts. I love the flowers and the TikToks and heart puffs and all these good things, finger hearts and all these good things TikTok has to offer, because there is a lot of things to enjoy in this life. Maybe you enjoy that t-shirt over there. It's from a tournament called Melbourne Basketball League. They play up in Rawville, and that's the t-shirt. So every live that I do, I always gonna have a t-shirt there, and it could be either this one, or it could be the Basketball for Dummies one, or it could be one of my many basketball referee tops that I have, and I'm pretty sure you haven't seen or don't know the kind of leagues that I referee in the past, or I will be refereeing in the future. So you always change. I think I've got about easily about 200 basketball tops from all different competitions, from VJBL to Big V. From back in the days, VJBL, we used to have a sponsor, used to be End One, and then it became Champion, and then became all different stuff. And I think now we have New Balance. It's been our sponsor for a few years now. And then with the basketballs, we also had Molten in the past. I've got a Molten back there. So you used to have Molten in the past, and then Spalding has taken over, and now Spalding has been the one, with us for a few years now. Wilson maybe one day will take over as well. We don't know. So, but Wilson pretty much sponsors all the juniors competition in New South Wales. So if you are coming at me from New South Wales, I got your back. That's your Wilson ball over there. If you are coming at me from Melbourne or Victoria, I should say, then you have the Spalding ball. And if you are coming at me from Tasmania, and I believe also Western Australia, they use the molten steel, so they're all good rubbery molten balls. Molten are also used in every every FIBA ranked competition, meaning World Cup, Olympics, any international game between two nations or teams from different nations, then there will be a molten ball use on those competition because they sponsor the FIBA organized games. And then Wilson, obviously, they sponsor the NBA, and NBA and the WNBA. If you watch their games, you will realize that the balls are all Wilson balls. So I can tell you, I feel and touch all those different balls. They feel different. They definitely feel different. I feel like the Wilson has got the better texture, the better feel when you touch it. It's a very soft leather, but also the leather is a lot of, it feels very cushioning. So there's a lot of cushion on actually Wilson. While with Molten, it feels more rubbery. Which is actually pretty good for shooters because the ball sticks to your hand until you release it, so you got enough feel of the ball until you release it. And while the Spalding feels more plasticky, so I don't know how to explain. It's just the feel of when you touch the ball. It's a bit more plasticky, a bit more slides, a little bit more. That's why when we have teams, for example, in the uni games, so there's a tournament called the Basketball University Games, which they play in Victoria, New South Wales, Queensland, South Australia, Tasmania is also on it. I'm not sure if the University of South Australia is on it. I haven't heard or seen them on it, but yeah, so I remember refereeing those games, and when they came to play here in Victoria, they really struggling with shooting because the ball, they weren't used to the feel of the Spalding. So therefore, we sort of decided to adopt the FIBA rules and also adopt the molten balls, which was good for Western Australia and Tasmania because they already play and use the molten balls anyway. While the Victorian and the New South Wales siders, they had to sort of adjust to the balls that they'll be given to play. But the rules has become FIBA because obviously it's not much difference, but so just little tiny rules. They are different here in Victoria and than it is in FIBA rules. Therefore, I think some of them have been amended, some of them have been adjusted. They are now the same as FIBA, but obviously that's all in a higher competition like Big V and NBL 1. The one rule was the technical foul. So in Victoria, our rule was if you get a technical foul, it's 2 shots and possession to you or to the team that shot the ball. While according to FIBA rule, if you get a technical foul, it's 1 shot and the ball goes back where it came from. Let's say if I've got the ball in my hands and I believe the opposition player fouled me and the referee doesn't call it, and I go and abuse the referee, I say, hey, ref, call the foul. And then the referee gives me a technical foul, so they will take the ball on the other side of the court. The opposition team takes 1 shot, and then I will inbound the ball again from where I was in the front court, while in Victoria was just 2 shots in possession. So little things like that, but if you are refereeing competitions like the university games, then they are important because every point is important. It's good for all the parts, all the coaches and players to understand the rules and know what's going on, to be well informed of the rules before the game even starts. And then it's easier if you are well informed and you have a good knowledge of the FIBA rules, then therefore you can apply those rules anywhere in the world because that's what you say. So the FIBA rules, they are the rules that the government of basketball, FIBA, goes by, and that's what we should be going by. And also, officiate that way. So I hope this video is I hope this live is being you know of some kind educational to you and also entertaining to you. So like I say, 1 second fellas, just have to adjust that. Here we go, it's back now. So that was just my camera going to sleep. He got bored. I wasn't touching it, so he went bored and he went to sleep. So he sometimes just need a bit of a touch. Then back he goes again. So back to normal it goes. Well. What do we have here? What do we have here? What do we have here? Let me see what Instagram is saying. All right. I've got a few people on Instagram. Thank you for joining my live, by the way. And I also got about 70 people on TikTok. Welcome to my live. I appreciate you being here. Coach PK here in the place to be. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask, because that's what I'm here for. I'm here to sort of help you guys understand and see what's happening. I also have a few people on my YouTube, so welcome to my YouTube. I appreciate you being here and spending the time with you, which is a time where it is a Saturday afternoon here in Melbourne, almost 2 p.m. and most of the people, they're usually spending this time with family and loved ones. So the fact that you are here on my live and spending it with me means a lot to me. So thank you for being here, and I'm trying to make this live as valuable to you as possible. If you have any questions that is either basketball related or anything in general, don't hesitate to hit me up, because this is what this live is about. It's about me connecting with you guys. So when I started this live, I said that I was one of the ideas, one of the reasons I'm here on this live is to tell you about what's the best, what's the one present that you have received in your life that was remarkable, that was that you remember up to today and you pretty much enjoy. So I was just gonna do one more thing real quick, so I apologize for that. All right, cool, fantastic. So I just realized that even though I'm live streaming this video, I'm actually not live. So I am live, but I'm not actually recording it. So the reason I always record those videos while I am live as well is because I can always use some of those footages and make them in small reels or small shorts or small TikTok videos, and then advertise back to this main video here so more people can come and watch it. So yeah, what is the best present I've ever received? As you start getting older, you don't really get excited about presents anymore, because either the one things that you really want to, you either can afford it, or the one things that you really want to, you already got it nice and early. You don't gonna wait until Christmas to get it if you've got the money. But when you are young and you don't work, you go to school, that's when you get really, really excited about presents and presents. So the one thing that I got as a present when I was very, very young was actually a tennis ball. And you'll probably laugh, and at the time I thought it was funny. I believe it came from an uncle of mine. So he at the time was unemployed, so he couldn't afford to get me any presents. But where he resided, there used to be an old an old tennis ball. And what they did is they used to hit the ball and the player used to hit the ball and the ball used to go over the fence. And when the ball went over the fence, they couldn't be bothered going and get it. They'll just leave it there, and then, or when they went to get it, they will miss it and just leave it there. So he, going past the tennis court, he saw the couple of tennis ball laying on the floor. So he picked it up and he, brought it to me. And he said, yeah, Junior. So I was they always call me Junior because back where I was born in Africa, in Angola, so when your parents believe that you are the last child, they're not going to have any more children, you become Junior. So they just nickname you Junior. So he said, yeah, Junior, this is your present. Merry Christmas. And it was 2 tennis ball. And I was a bit perplexed at the time because I thought, look, I don't really have a racket. I don't play tennis. But with those tennis balls, what I did, I used to play basketball with the tennis ball, which, it might sound ridiculous because why would you play basketball with a tennis ball? Because the only basketball we have in the house, it was a shared basketball, and me being the youngest, a lot of time I didn't get the chance to take it to school or play with it, and plus I didn't have any hoop in the house to play with, so therefore I used to play tennis. So I used to play basketball or dribble the ball and pretend to go and shoot the ball with a tennis ball, even though it sounded ridiculous at the time. But then what I realized is that by doing that, I was really, really good with my reflexes. I was really, really good with my hand and eye coordination. I was extremely fast when I touched I was what we call the good quickness with me. I was quick when it came to handling the basketball. So because obviously the tennis ball is much smaller and much faster, so if with my eye hand coordination, because I was able to catch the tennis ball, and dribble it between legs and do all these tricks behind the back and all these tricks, when I went to do the same with the basketball, it was heaps easier, because first the basketball was bigger and then the basketball was slower. Yes, it was a little bit heavier, so I struggled a bit to shoot the ball, because with the tennis you don't really practice the shooting as such, because the balls are just a massive size difference. Therefore, the feel is completely different. It's like Shaquille O'Neal shooting free throw, so the ball just feels so small in his hands, because he's got these massive hands, and the ball is like if shooting a tennis ball free throw. So yeah, maybe under the arms, do the under the arms like that. With the tennis ball, it will be probably a better chance than shooting the ball straight up, with the flicking of the wrist sort of thing. But other than the shooting, my dribbling was better, my hand and eye coordination was better. The speed to catch the ball, the speed to pass the ball, the speed to dribble the ball. And that's what you need to create a shot. The shot will come. You practice the shot. But the first thing you need is to create a shot. How can you take a shot if you can't create a shot? To all the ballers out there, all the basketball players, thank you for the love hearts, by the way. I can see it coming through TikTok. To all the basketball players out there, you have to I always say, if you can shoot, you can play. But the thing is, if you can create your own shot, then you are very, very dangerous player, because you can create your own shot by dribbling or going by your defender, and then when the help comes, you can always dish the ball to the corner, to the 3-point shooter, dish the ball to the top, to the 3-point shooter, and therefore your offense, the defense is always off balance. If they don't double you can just go straight to the basket and lay it up. Heaps easier for the team. So they will definitely W. W if you go by your defender, because layups are easier than 3-pointers. So the percentage of making a layup is much higher than the percentage of making a 3-point. Obviously, that's why 3-point counts for more, because it's more difficult. Even when you are on your own, you can still miss. While with layup, when you're on your own, I mean, you can miss, but come on, fellas. Mr. Wide Open layup? I don't think so. I definitely wouldn't. I would take my time and make that layup. I'm not rushing it at all. So, and by saying that, also talking about rushing things and speeding things. So another thing that I advise you to do as a basketball player is to play at your own speed. Play at your own speed. So don't try to go too fast or full throttle all the way to the basket. You can do that, but as long as you have control of what you're doing, because there's no point you going as fast as you can and just miss a layup because you just smash the ball and break the ball on the ring or something like that. So as long as you have control, go fast. Look at players like Luka Doncic. Look at players like Jokic. And players like they play on their own pace, and you think, well, a lot of the African American players in the NBA, they are faster, they're more athletic than Doncic and Jokic, but how come they can't stop them? Because they play on their own speed, the speed they feel comfortable with, which it might seem slow, but there is a lot of control. If they can't make the shot, if it's too difficult, they'll find the open player on the corner. If they can't, there is no one to pass the ball to, they will drive the ball to the basket and their own speed, nice and slow, and then make a shot that is at higher percentage. Okay, so a higher percentage shot is mostly the wide open shots. It could be 3, could be 2, could be a layup, but it should be a shot that you making or taking, and there is no much pressure on you, barely any pressure on you to take that shot. And they are the shots that you want to take. If you take 80% of the shots, they under pressure, and you make 60% of those shots, so you are doing really well. You're easily gonna get to 100 points in a game. But you are taking 80% of shots with an enormous amount of pressure, then you might make maybe 40, maybe 35% of those, and then you might get to about 80 points or so, which is not enough to win a game if the opposition team is scoring 100 points, of course. So any questions, fellas? I think I don't want to bore you with all my knowledge about the game of basketball, but if you are enjoying this live, and if you do have any questions basketball related, please don't hesitate to ask. I am a basketball referee, but before becoming a basketball referee, I was a player myself, and before becoming a player and a basketball referee, I was a spectator. That's just like you. I watched the game, I enjoyed the game, I learned from watching the game of basketball from the time I was living in Germany, from the Germany Bundesliga to the NBA, to the Olympics and World Championships, and in all the different divisions. I even watched the under 17s, 19s, and 15s, and so on, from different continents, from South America to Asia and Pacific, to Europe, to Americas, and to everywhere really. Africa as well. I watch African championships from men, from women. The more games you watch, the more you learn. You, as a referee, definitely you will learn something. Every game you watch, every call they make, It might be a rule that you weren't aware of or you knew, but you study, you learn it, but you never applied it since you learned it because it never happened in your game. And all of a sudden, it happens on this game that you are watching, and then you learn a new rule, or you remind you of what to apply in a situation like that. So the more games you referee, the more games you watch, the more games you play, the more experience you have, the better you become. And you don't need to hesitate on making decisions or calls because you just know, because you've seen it before, because you refed and called it before, because you played that way and did that shot before. So like they say, it's good to have your own fantasy, your own ideas on how to play, on how to shoot the ball and stuff like that. But also, by seeing others doing it, either you can copy it, or even better, you can copy it and do one better and improve what is already out there, which is the secret of getting better, which is the secret of continuously improving your game, continuously improving your skills and your rule knowledge as a referee, as a player, as a coach. The more games you watch, the more you understand what's that team doing it, why did they do that, and so on and so on and so on. So a lot of times, just gonna have a drink of water. Apologize for that. I needed that. My throat is getting dry. So a lot of times, I'm refereeing a game and something happened. For example, there is a shot and the ball gets stuck between the ring and the board. And some referees, they hesitate to call something because they're not sure. It doesn't happen very often, does it? But when it happens, as a referee, you have to be switched on and ready to call and go, ping, blow your whistle and go, it is a jump ball if the ball was in play. If it was on a free throw, it's no basket, doesn't count. It's just the next basket. It's just like a missed shot. As long as you know that, as long as you are switched on and know straight away what's going on, your peers, other referees, your fella referees, the coach of the opposition, the players of the teams will respect you, and because they know, oh, this coach or this ref, he knows his stuff. He studied the book. He knows his calls. He knows what to call in certain situations. So therefore, we should respect him and trust him to know what he's doing and to make the right call and give us a fair game every time. And that's most of the time what many referees or players or coaches, team managers, table scorers expect from a referee: to be professional, to be thorough, to be on the point, and to know what to call, what to do, how we're going to proceed after that particular play or that particular violation has happened. So the other thing is also when there is a shot and the ball hits the ring and goes up and then hits the shot clock, that ball, and comes back in and goes in, that's a no basket. It's cancel the basket straight away because the score shot or the shot clock area section or equipment, apologize, is not there's not a part of the board, so it's out of court every time the ball hit that shot clock, regardless it was going back or it was spinning or it was doing whatever. As soon as the ball hit that shot clock, the referee should call blow his whistle, hand straight up and call out of court, and the ball goes to the team that didn't touch the ball last. There are little things like that. They don't happen often, but when they do happen, as a referee, you should know. As a player, you should know. An educated player, and player that has got knowledge about the game that they play. As a professional, what's the point of playing or trying hard if if you don't want to be the best, if you don't want to know as much as you possibly can. That's why I have this channel. That's why I make these videos, so everybody, you guys, can hear me out. I'm sharing my experiences, sharing my knowledge about the game of basketball, passing it on to you, the next generation, passing it on to you. If you never heard it before, you never knew about certain rules, but now you know, but now you can apply it, and now there is more people they know about the game of basketball, and therefore our game is gonna, and more people to know about the rules and the ins and outs of the game of basketball, the more disciples we have, the more of them they can go and teach and explain, and so then more and more and more people are aware about the rules, are aware about this, what's going on, because a lot of times when there is call or no call, a lot of people, they are not that into basketball, they are just watching here and there, they're not quite aware about the rules, they struggle sometimes to understand why was it a call, why wasn't it a call. But if you come to my platform and I teach you and I show you the right way and I show you the the ins and outs of basketball, and then you teach the next person, and then that person teaches the next person, and all of a sudden I'm satisfied. All of a sudden I'm very happy, because what my knowledge and what I know, I pass it on to you, and you pass it on to the next generation and next generation, and therefore people are gonna learn faster about the rules of the game of basketball. Well, I hope you can hear me clear. I hope you can see me clear, most importantly. So today I am wearing the Burn City Classic top. So Burn City Classic is a yearly tournament that happens in Victoria, Australia, and it happened. It's a Sewell Park. Sewell Park is in Pasco Val. Is a concrete floor with 3 or 4 basketball courts on it, and actually the organizers, they also bring the 10 feet, which is the official size basketball hoops onto this tournament. And the best thing about it is they've got a board floor, like a timber floor with air boxes underneath. So pretty much is identical of a indoors. It's a indoors, outdoors basketball tournament with indoors facility. It's the floor, it's the ring, and also some seats for the spectators. So get in there early so you don't have to stand up the whole time. The games are fast. They go for 2 10-minute halves. The clock stops in the second half within the last 2 minutes, I believe. It's a 30 seconds timeout only for the teams to call. And and it's going to be held on 16th, 17th, and 18th of January 2026. I will be one of the referees. I will be the main referees. I will be actually the referee coordinator / referee roster person, and so I can't wait to be there and help out. If you live in Victoria, or if you are in Victoria at that time, feel free to come around and have a look and appreciate and enjoy the game of basketball. Cool. Let me check and see what's going on here. So I now have been on this live for 45 minutes or so. So usually I stay for an hour. So I will be staying longer if necessary, but usually after an hour and there is not as many questions, I usually say my goodbyes. It's a Saturday. A lot of people finish work. A lot of people have finished school, and now they are obviously the first week or the first weekend to stay at home with the family and friends and they obviously are looking forward to spend some time with family and friends, which is amazing. It's also, I understand, is a difficult part of the year because a lot of families are separated, a lot of friends and brothers and sisters and mothers and fathers and grandmothers, maybe they live in a far away in a different countries, different states, different places that they can see each other at this time of the year. So this is part of my platform. I am your family, I am your friend, I am the guy that comes up and on these lives and connects with you in different levels, obviously trying to bring you a positive view of the game of basketball, using my influences, using my knowledge of the game and my experience of the game of basketball, of many years of playing, refereeing, coaching, spectating, table scoring, doing stats, and now becoming also a reporter and videographer and photographer of the game. So obviously I've got a good perspective, a good insight of the game that I can help you learn quicker, understand the game faster, and develop as a good player, a good a good referee, a good table scorer, a good coach, anything you would like to know. I'm here to help you all out there. So all right, let me just go through the socials and see what's happening. Here we go. So you got YouTube. Yeah. All right. Cool. That's awesome. We got Instagram still coming at you live. Fantastic. That's the way to be. And then we have TikTok right here. It's also coming at me clear, which is good to see. Appreciate you guys very, very much for being here on my live today and enjoying this, spending your valuable time with me right here. Okie dokie. And there we go again. Wonderful, wonderful. So 46 minutes, 47 minutes. We still got a bit of time. So what I thought I'll pick up a story and tell you a story about rules. Let's talk about rules. What rules am I talking about today? Okay, let's talk about the 8 seconds backcourt violation. 8 seconds backcourt violation. So a basketball team, from the time they inbound the ball and the first player on the court catches the ball, they have got 24 seconds to take a shot. If they don't take a shot, they lose the possession of the ball. So therefore, they have to take a shot or at least try. So therefore avoids teams from holding on to the ball and not passing the ball and not doing anything with the ball and wasting time, and then so they can win the game, especially if it's a close game and it's at the end of the game. So you don't really like to see teams winning like that. I'd rather teams play until the end. You just keep playing, keep pushing, keep scoring if you can, keep trying to win. Nobody is there to watch players just passing the ball around until the game is finished or over and they win by 1 or 2 points. Especially if the game is so close, it's a 1 point to 2 points difference. You really want them to play and keep trying hard until the end. You don't want to spend the last 2 or 3 minutes of the game just watching players passing the ball around. Mind you, it does happen. It does happen on domestics, because on domestic the clock doesn't stop, and on domestic they do not have a 24-second shot clock. But we talk about FIBA rule here. We talk about the real rules, okay? So a team has got 24 seconds to take a shot, but before they inbound the ball, they've got 5 seconds to inbound the ball. So let's say the black team scores. the white team catches the ball on the baseline ready to inbound. In that particular moment, they've got 5 seconds to pass the ball in. They can call a timeout, which means the clock would stop, or they can inbound the ball within 5 seconds. Once their ball is on the court, the team now has got 8 seconds to go past the half court line. So if there is any pressure, the team that is defending doesn't need to defend on the full court, which is a bigger area to have to run up and down and defend. They only need to defend at half court, because if the team in the offense doesn't go past the half court, then what happens is they get penalized with a 8 seconds backcourt violation. So once the team goes past the half court, then they've got, let's say, at least another 16 seconds to shoot the ball. Okay, let's say they use all 8 seconds to go past the half court. They pass the ball over the half court line. Now they've got 16 seconds to shoot the ball. Okay, and if they pass the ball again around, so once the 16 second is up, if they haven't shot the ball, is a shot clock violation. The ball goes to the opposition team closest to where the ball was before the violation occurs. Now, if there is a foul on the front court, okay, the shot clock, if it's under 14, it goes back up to 14. So the other team only got 14 seconds to shoot. But if the shot clock is over 14, let's say right on the 16 or 15 minute mark after they went past half court, by the way, you don't have to wait for 8 seconds on the backcourt to go past half court line. You can get them much earlier, okay? It's just that's the limit amount of time you have to get to past the half court line. Then if there is a foul on the 16 or 15 minute mark, seconds mark, then the clock should hold. So it's not going to count, it's just going to hold at 16. They inbound the ball, and then off they go again. But if they shot, the foul is a shooting foul. Let's say the player is in the act of shooting, or the player, the team defending has got 5 fouls or more for the quarter. So if they're on penalties or bonuses, or even if there is a technical foul or unsportsmanlike foul and there is 2 shots, in that case, the shot clock should go automatically to 14. The other thing also is if there is a shot and the ball hits the ring, and then there is an offensive rebound, so the team that shot the ball gets the rebound, then the shot clock will automatically reset to 14, regardless if it was 15 or 16 or over 14. It just automatically resets to 14. That way the teams don't waste time. That way the teams can actually just 14 seconds on the offense. The second chance you get, always only 14 seconds. It just helps the game to flow a little bit better instead of players wasting time and holding on to the ball. So I hope you are watching this live in a good place, in a company of your loved ones, your friends, family, people that you haven't seen in a while, cousins, brothers, playing in the backyard. Usually we play cricket. I hope you are watching this live in this kind of company, in this kind of environment. Maybe even neighbors come and join you to play cricket in the background. It is a good time of the year because it's the time where you have friends, family, neighbors together, and you don't have to work. You can just do something you enjoy. A lot of us people do play cricket in the background. It's a cricket time as well. The Ashes are on soon, I think in South Australia, Adelaide, and there's cricket happening, and there's basketball still happening on Christmas days and Christmas Eve, and also basketball. I mean, you can also be playing basketball in your backyard with your friends and family and cousins and brothers and all these good people and friends. So it's always a good fun time to be. Now, thanks for the love, Art. I appreciate that. So 55 minutes we have been on his live. So my camera is bleeping. I don't know why, but we'll find out soon. It might shut down. If it does, I'm just gonna turn it back on again. Okay, there's a sign. I think he's saying that it's hot. If it shuts down, it shuts down. Anyway, what I was saying, and last, we got 5 minutes to go, maybe 4 now. But the last, but not least, rule that I wanted to talk to before my camera shuts down is the cross-court violation. So with the cross-court violation, so if you are if the team is going from the defense to offense, let's say they pass the ball in from the baseline, so they have got 8 seconds to go past the half court. And also, which is called, if they don't, it's called a backcourt violation, 8 seconds. The way the referee signs it, it just goes like that, beep, blows his whistle, beep, they got 8 seconds, ball back this way. But if they manage for them to manage to go over the half court line, there's 3 elements they have to apply. The player that is holding on to the ball has to have 2 feet over the half court line, and also important, the ball has to touch the floor on the front court to be so that the referee can completely stop the 8 seconds count. Now, if this happen, you've gone through past your half court line, and then you pass the ball back to your teammate which is standing on the back court, or you dribble the ball back, or your foot steps back or steps on the line while you're holding on to the ball, in that case then becomes a cross-court violation. And the way the referee gonna sign it is just going blow his whistle, goes from, let's say this is the half court line, and you're gonna go that way to that way to that way to that way, and then we're going back this way. So this is how the referee signs a backcourt, or sorry, a cross-court violation. Okay. Now, if I'm dribbling the ball and I'm going forward, and I have 1 foot on my front court, the second foot on my back court, and I'm standing on a half court line and bouncing the ball, either front or back, is not a cross-court violation, because my 2 feet and the ball hasn't touched the front court floor yet. But if I do that, the back court 8 seconds violation will continue counting. So the referee still continue doing that in his head, counting the back court 8 seconds violation. If he gets up to 8, then he's gonna blow his whistle, and then if you're not over the line with 2 feet in the ball, then it's gonna be cross-court violation. So last one, if I'm dribbling the ball, I have 2 feet over the line, and I'm still dribbling the ball on my back court, like so, I can actually pass the ball back to my teammate, because remember, the ball hasn't been over the half court line yet, so therefore it can't be a cross-court violation as yet. Now the other one is, if I'm dribbling the ball in the front court, and my 2 feet or 1 foot is on my back court, I can stop and dribble there as well. No cross-court violation until my 2 feet go over the half court line and the ball touch, and then I pass the ball or I accidentally let the ball bounce back, hit my leg, it becomes a cross-court violation. But remember, if you want to strength on the half-court line and dribble alongside half-court line, because it's not yet a half-court, remember the 8 seconds per court violation are still counting, so you can't really stay there for too long, no more than 8 seconds anyway, after you're inbounding the ball. So also remember that. Okay, so I hit my hour mark, so this is when I sadly say bye. But I also am happy and that you spend the time here with me, and we did talk about basketball and we did talk about presents. I appreciate you for taking the valuable time of your day to be on my life and spending a day with me. I wish and hope you have a great day. I can't wait to see you back the next time tomorrow, or if you like, I might even come back on another live today. If you haven't done so yet, subscribe to my channel, like this video, comment on this channel, give me feedbacks. I'm happy to take it. And so I appreciate you again. Have a fantastic Saturday with the loved ones and the company of loved ones and families and friends and cousins and brothers and sisters and grandmoms, granddads. I'll see you probably tomorrow. Have a good day.